Carolina?
No, what'd he say?
Okay, this dude said, matter of fact, he was on Roland Martin and he put out a statement on this. He said, when you go into the Capitol building, where his office is, you can't find his office.
Yeah, I see.
If you don't know where it is, you're not going to find it. And he said his name is on the door, but that's not where his office is. His office is somewhere else. Like you gotta, like if you don't know where his office is, you're not gonna find it. And when those people came in, they came to his office where they came directly to it. Like they didn't go to where his name was on the door. They went to where he said, you're not gonna come here unless someone directs you here.
Right.
That's how he knows. That's how he knows it was an inside job. He said, I know it was. He said, there is no doubt. He said, that was an inside job. Maxine Waters said, when all this broke out, she said she just so happened to leave early because she knew they was going to do this objection to Biden's win. And she said she didn't want to hear all that. So she went to her office early. When she started to see everything unfold, and then she said they sheltered in place. She said then she got a call saying for all senators or whatever to come to a certain area. She said, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay in my office. And she said, thank God she did, because they was probably going to bring them all into one area to tie them up or to kill them. But this was a high-ranking official that said, hey, I want all senators, blah, 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 to come to this area, to a certain area. And she said she didn't go. She said she locked her door and she stayed in her office. That chick that got killed.
Right. What about her?
They found in her car, she had pictures with Maxine Waters and Kamala Harris saying, they're going to feel the wrath today. She had that in her car.
You got to.
So they was going in there looking for them.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
She was ex Air Force, and the thing about it is they got into her Facebook account, and she's been showing a pattern of this behavior for a long time. So they knew things was gonna happen, but see, this is the we're gonna end this in a second, but this is the thing. Here in DC, the mayor of DC has no jurisdiction over the federal buildings. The only one that can make a call for the National Guard is the president. But why would he make the call when he incited them to do what it is that they did?
The actual the sergeant as well, the one that's resigning right now.
Yeah,
he has the authority to call them in, but word is that he denied them. I have two brothers that work for the Capitol Police, and I have one that works for Secret Service. They uttered the same words. It was a setup from the get-up. They had certain officers actually allowing them in, and now there's been video footage released actually showing officers waving people in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So it was set up. They knew for the longest period, the entire week. They knew, and they decided they want this to happen. And like you said about the young lady, it may have been particularly a hit. They were coming to probably kill or inflict some sort of harm to these people, and they were unsuccessful but successful, right? Because look how long it took before they actually got the situation under control.
Yeah,
it was just crazy.
Man, crazy. Yeah, that's wild, man. But so we're gonna be using this platform for all different type of things, man. I usually Simpson, him and his business partner, they do calls on Sundays, and they be having some heavy stuff on there, man. They be talking about all type of stuff. They be having from South Africa, all over. Like I be like, man. But it's always good to just get on different calls, man, and just listen to other people who have knowledge of stuff that you don't have you're just not informed on. You know what I'm saying? Like I was on one of their calls, and a lady's son was killed.
Miss Daniel Brown.
Yeah,
You gentlemen might know her. She's all over Facebook. I mean, IG, Facebook. Her son was killed. She believes she's fasting right now, and I believe she believes that her son was killed, and they covering it up. They saying that he was aggressive. He threw himself out the window. He jumped out the window,
16
and they had officers there.
Yeah, it was like 16 floors. It was and it was the day after his birthday.
After his birthday, yeah. It's a very sad story, but she's going really hard, man. She's a powerful woman.
And
I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? They didn't know who this lady was. So she has in the government terms, she has one of the highest clearances you can have.
Top clearance.
She got a TSI, a TSI clearance. So that's like one of the highest you got. But you know, sometimes you do stuff to people you don't know who they related to. So they ain't know this lady was gonna go hard on them, but
yeah, she's something else, man.
Yeah.
She's something else. I had people call us, bro. Just a side note. I had certain people call me afterwards, certain friends of mine saying that they had to keep going off of it because I know one of my friends specifically, her son's name is Jalen. Yeah. And that's Miss Daniels Brown's son's name, and she broke down something crazy. She said she couldn't imagine. She kept crying, couldn't even stay on the show too long and came back on afterwards. But it was just a heavy show, man. It was that's one of the heavy shows that we had.
No question. So Miko, we're gonna give you the platform for a few and just go over some little stuff with us, and then we'll talk, and then we'll leave it at that. You know, that's what we do in the Chop Shop.
Yeah. That's what we do around this part. Yo, what's up, everybody? You know how we do. Hey, I don't know why I do that, man. It's like when I talk to y'all, man, all of a sudden this inner New York come out of me, man. I ain't New York.
New York is everywhere, man. Like you can't.
It's all right.
You know what's great about the world, about all the states, no matter where you go, somebody from New York live everywhere, man.
Yeah, you better off just embracing it, brother. Just embrace it, man. It is what it is.
I'm trying to tell these kids here, like DC, like y'all swag, y'all don't even got it, man. Like New York, it's different, man.
Yo, son, I'm from Arkansas, son. I don't even be talking like that for real. You know what I mean? I'm from Arkansas, son.
We embrace you even though you from the South, man. We got Southern hospitality. You know, we just got it from a New York way of doing things.
Word, right. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I won't be like, you know what I'm saying, like a New York style sliced pizza. You feel me? So this what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna show all of us this real quick. And what I'm gonna show you is what we all need to know as Black people, number one. And when it comes to our finances, this is one of the hidden secrets, man, that if you don't know this, you bound to get yourself in financial peril mad quick. Now watch this. I'm gonna show y'all this. Let me pull this up. Let me find my here it is, right here, share screen.
You got the I gave you access.
Yeah, you gave me access. This is what's called the banking secret. And if you don't know what you're looking at, if you don't understand this, a lot of cats, man, we bound to be in financial peril. Now, and this is what I'm going to show us. This is what millionaires and billionaires know. So this is what the top 1% knows. This is the information that they know that the average man, that the average dude, the average Joe, especially our people, don't know, but they need to know. And what I'm finna show y'all is called the banker's secret. And people will say, like, what is the banker's secret? It's called the rule of 72. And they say, well, what is the rule of 72? When it comes to banking, the rule of 72 is 72 divided by the interest rate equals your money doubled. So that means that you take the interest rate that the bank gives you, You divide that by 72, and that equals how long it's going to take your money to double. How many years it's going to take your money to double. Now, what people don't understand is if you go to your bank account, almost any bank, 98, 99% of the banks in America right now, if you look at your savings account, you will see how much you're getting on your money when you put it in the bank. Because I'm going to tell you this, the CEO of Wells Fargo, the CEO of Bank of America, the CEO of all these big time banks don't even have money in those banks.
Mm-hmm.
They keep their money in investment accounts because that's where their money make the most money at. Banks are for us. Banks are, that's why they say like, you know, if you open up an account, they give you something like a toaster or an iPad or something like that because they already know how much money that they're going to make off you in the long run. Mm-hmm. They already know this. And that's why in most banks, when you go up to the teller machine, like to the teller to go get your money, what they got up at the counter before you walk off? Lollipops. What's the name of the lollipops?
Sucker.
Dum-dums. Dum-dums. They telling you, you a sucker. You a dum-dum for leaving your money in the bank for us. But we appreciate it. Dum-dum. Thank you, sucker. So that's what the rule of 72 is. So watch this. I'm going to break it down even more. All right. Let's say that at 29 years old, you have $10,000. All right. And you put it in an account that gives you 4%. Now, you already got 3 advantages already. At 29, you already got 3 advantages. Right now, you got youth. You're 29 years old. And you got $10,000. How many 29-year-olds you know got 10 grand that they're holding on to like that? Mm. And then you're going to put it in the bank at 4%. I guarantee you, if you look at your bank account, your savings account, you're getting like 0.5%, 0.2%, 0.08%. You're not even getting a full percentage. This person got 4% already. So that's 3 advantages. Youth, 10,000, and 4%. So 4 divided into 72 gives you 18 years. That means their money is going to double every 18 years at 4%. Right? So at age 29, they got 10,000. 18 more years, that's going to double to 20,000. 18 more years, that's going to double to 40,000 at 65. Now, ask yourself this question: if you was to retire at 65, is $40,000 any kind of money?
I don't know.
No.
At age 65, $40,000. That's like 1 year's salary for most people. That means that by the time you 66, you done blew through all your money.
Thanks.
That's 1 year's salary. So that's no money right there at age 65. $40,000? That's no money. That's no money at all. But let's say the same 29-year-old cat got an even better interest rate. Let's say he got 6%. And we know you ain't getting that at no bank. You ain't getting 6% at no bank. This dude is lucky. He came up on 6%. 6 divided 72, that means his money is going to double every 12 years. The difference of 2% dropped his years by 6. So now at age 29, he got $10,000. Now that's going to double in 12 years to $20,000. That means another 12 years at 53 is going to be $40,000. That means at age 65, another 12 years is going to be $80,000. At age 65, you retire and you got $80,000 in your bank account. You're going to blow through that by the time you're 68.
Facts. Still not enough.
Still not enough. Still not enough. But check this out, though. This is what the banks do, because they already know. So at 29, you gave them $10,000. They gave you 4% or 6%. And here's the funny thing. Watch this. The banks also do this. In your savings account, they giving you like 0.1% on your money on an interest rate. But they'll loan your money out for car loans and stuff like that at 4% and 5%.
Yeah.
So they making money on top of your money all day long. But this what the banks done figured out. Okay, you give us 10,000, and we're gonna give you 4%, which they're not gonna give you that, but we'll give you 4%. We're gonna take your same 10,000 and we're gonna put it in an investment account that's gonna give us 12%. Now, the banks know 12 divided by 72, 6 years. So they know every 6 years, that 10,000 that you gave them is going to double every 6 years. So at 29, you gave them 10,000. So by the time you're 35, that 10,000 that you gave them is going to be done double 20,000. By the time you're 41, that 10,000 that you gave them going to be done went to 40,000. Another 6 years at 47, now it's 80,000. At 53, now it's 160. At age 59, it's now 320. And by the time you're 65, at 4%, you got 40,000, but the bank got 640,000.
Highway robbery.
So at 65, you got 40, but the bank made 640,000 off your 10 grand.
10 grand.
So in essence, what does that mean? In essence, that means, in summary, watch this. Leaving your money in the bank is a $600,000 decision. By loaning your money 10 times, the bank earns 600,000 more using the rule of 72. So that's what the millionaires and billionaires know, that the average dude, the average brother, the average black person don't know. And they think the banks are doing you a favor. My money, only money I keep in the bank for me is my checking account money for me to pay bills with. The money in my savings account go to my investment account. I move that into my investment account immediately. I take it out, put it in my savings, and in my savings, I got an allotment set up to go to my investment account. I don't keep money in my savings account. I keep all of my saving money in my investment account. And I got an investment account right now that's paying me, that's got me at 22% interest.
What investment account is that?
That's what my man up in North Carolina, Mr. Strose Hill, he does investments. He got his own investment firm. And he got me in American Funds and Capital Group. And my money right now is bringing me 22% interest. And like I said, and this is what the average person don't know. Now at 65, if you had 600 grand, that's plenty of money. You can live off that for a minute. You know what I mean? But here's the thing with that though too. This is what people don't understand. You got 600,000. If you had 12%, by that time, if you was 29 and 65, you got 600,000. You still ain't gonna use all 600,000. What you're gonna do is you're gonna live off of X amount every month, and the rest of it you're gonna still be investing it. So it's gonna still be making money for you. So you won't. So by the time you do pass away, you're gonna have a lot more than 600,000. So if you got kids, grandkids, whatever, they can live comfortably because of your financial decision that you made for them years ago. And that's what I like to let people know is our people don't know these rules, and it's called the rule of 72. And you hear people talk about it all the time, but the average person like, what's that? and you got to explain it to them. And that's what I explain it to them. Like, that's what I show them. That is a $600,000 decision by leaving your money in the bank without putting it in an investment account. And that's what I wanted to share with my brothers today.
So
that's what I wanted y'all to see for most cats that don't understand that.
So another thing that you didn't mention, you were saying it, but without saying it, is that so the wealthy people never spend their money. They live off the interest of their money. So off of that 600,000, and they get, like, let's say whatever that 12% brings monthly, that's what they live off of, and they never have to touch their money, and their money continues to make money, for them. Like, I was the dude Elon Musk. He just became He became the richest over Jeff Bezos, and I think during the pandemic, like he made, I forgot how many $1 billion he made just this year. This past year, off of while we was in a pandemic, to become the richest person. This dude talking about moving to. This dude's about moving to Mars.
To Mars.
like moving to Mars.
Wow.
Crazy. But the thing is, so really what I wanted this call to just be about is just us sharing, information. And that's what we're going to have, like a series of just dropping knowledge, man. Like just something as simple as that. I remember I taught this at a high school about maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. And this teacher wanted me to come in and teach it to the kids. So I was doing a rule of 72. I was putting everything. And the kids was looking at me. They was like, so I said, yeah, so this is what's happening to your parents. This is what happened to my parents, because they didn't know no better, right? We didn't know because no one ever taught us. I said, this is what's happening to your teacher, because I looked on her face and she had no clue of what I was saying. And the reality is that things as simple as that, in which other people know that information, is how they get ahead and be able to purchase things and own things that we never get a chance to own, because their money is always working for them. Like I always said, if we're the only person making money for us, then it's going to be hard to beat someone who has multiple people working for them. And you can, if you look at an analogy with sports, right? As great as Tom Brady is and Aaron Rodgers and them, they don't call the plays. They don't catch the ball. They don't run the ball. They don't coach the team or none of that. They have multiple people doing multiple things. So we have to understand, like, we have to get in situations where, whether it's a business or whether we own real estate or whether we come together and own things, the hardest thing for Black people is to trust and own things together, right? But let's just say us five on. I'm gonna use this analogy. Us five on the call right now. Let's say we all had $20,000 a piece, right? And then Simp was like, "Yo, I know this brownstone in New York. You know what I'm saying? They want. Well, we know it's way more than that, but I'm just gonna use numbers. Yo, we could get this property for $100,000, and we can make about $300,000, which means we're gonna make about $200,000, because once we get everybody back their money, right? And then we make $200,000. That means if it's 5 of us, that means that's about $40,000 each, right? And all we had to do was put up 20,000. So then we find another property, and next thing you know, we done found about 5 properties, and we done made about $100,000 using $20,000. You know what I'm saying? Or let's say Dana or Tal or Miko had something where they borrowed money from us, but they don't have to pay us back in interest. Just pay us back our money. Because if you go to the bank and get that loan, they're gonna kill you. This is what the Jews do, right? And this is how the Asian people got over. This is how they wealth. They bought life insurance. So when old grandma died, they took that money and then they bought businesses. And then the whole family worked for the business. And then we all stay in the same house. We ain't nobody gonna be getting no pay, no 50, 60,000. We ain't doing none of that. We're gonna put that money, because guess what? When we get that loan from them, because they're gonna treat us differently, because we minorities and we Asian descent, They're gonna give us an interest rate gonna be higher, so we're gonna pay that off years before. We're gonna own the property, we're gonna own the business and everything. We're gonna have our people, so we ain't gotta pay nobody else, which means we ain't gotta pay all of that insurance and all that, because we all family. That's what we gotta learn how to do as Black people, is that recognize business, own things, so we could pass it on to the next generation. So that's just really
and like Miko always say, unite. You know what I mean? Like,
no
at the end of the day, we gotta unite, man. Like, it gotta be unity. It gotta be where you have 10 good brothers. Where, like you said, if I see a business worth 100,000, I don't need 100,000. I go get 10 from everybody. We put it in a pot, and when it bubble, we all eat. It's simple. Like, it really simple when you unite.
The key thing to uniting, first of all, because I think for us as Black people especially, we lose out because we don't understand an opportunity, right? So
Right.
if I don't understand business, it's gonna be hard for me to accept it. You know what I'm saying? Because we're people that we don't, because of how we were raised and we were brought up. You know, just all of us on here, besides Miko, is from New York. So we've seen every scam possible. You know what I'm saying? So we're always like clothed. We're open-minded, but we also know like, what you about? Because I done see it all. So sometimes we walk around and our antennas aren't up because we like, oh, hey, I ain't trying to hear all that. I done seen, I heard everything. And sometimes we lose out on opportunities even within our own people. You know what I'm saying? Like even with our own clique. So I think if we understand how finances work and we understand business, I tell people, no matter what business you do, it doesn't even matter. You have to know the basics. If not, you're going to lose, because it's designed for us to fail, because no one in our communities has really taught us finances. So if I want to go get a barber shop or I want to go get a grocery store, whatever, if I don't really understand or know business, man, they're going to take me to town.
And that's the thing a lot of times that always pisses me off about hip hop, man. Like, we don't went through the struggles in hip hop where people that came in the game, signed the whack contracts, and got jerked enough to the point where in 2001, there should be no rapper that comes into the game that is not sat down by the older generation and told the right way to go about business. You know what I mean? Like, in 2021, nobody should be getting jerked. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we doing it to ourselves a lot. Like, think about it. A lot of people, like Black people, are signing other Black people and jerking them the way they was jerked when they came in the game, rather than being like, okay, I was jerked. So like Master P, he not only took Snoop in, but he also showed Snoop the business. So that way, Snoop not only not gonna get jerked by Master P, but Snoop is also gonna start his own business. Then he not gonna jerk his people. Then he gonna teach them and keep it going. Like, but what a lot of people do is, okay, since I got jerked, now I'm gonna go get me 5 or 6 people and I'm gonna make money off of them. But I'm not gonna teach them how to make money by themselves. So it's unity, trust, and we got, like I said, trust is a big thing.
And that's why business, I'm gonna let you go, Sim, real quick. And that's why relationships and business is so important. Like, we gotta have a relationship to do business. I don't never want to make money with nobody if we don't have a relationship. You know what I mean? Because things go sour, but we should always be solid. You know what I'm saying? And I think if your foundation is built on a relationship where I respect you, then I'll never jerk you. But if it's just about us getting money and then I don't have no integrity, then guess what? I might jerk you, or you might jerk me. You know what I'm saying? But when these other groups get together, the Jews and all of that, like, they ain't even got to be from the same place or whatever. It's like a family connection. Like, they just transform, like it's us against everybody else. And for us as Black people, man, we gotta get to that. Go ahead, Sam.
No, everybody's saying great things in regards to what you just now stated about relationship. I think, that relationship, you talking about like-minded individuals, right? So when you speak about the Jews and the Chinese and things of that nature, they're not focused on the actual money itself. The vision is the legacy, and the money gonna come.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
So when you start speaking about the relationship, like even with my business partner, the things that we doing now is not really generating money, but we know that will come down the line. So the like-minded individuals that have a particular vision together, right? Then you could work with a sense of integrity, because too often, because of our history, even down from slavery, our mentality and our culture is tainted. And that's why you see the desperation in people doing desperate things and jerking over other individuals because they got jerked over. So that, you know how they say hurt people, that type of mentality. So it continues, that cycle continues. You know what I'm saying? I just think, you know, along with the mentality, you got to think about the priorities, right? So if you and I, like just say you and your wife, if y'all got, that's a business in itself, right? So if she's spending money on cars and jewelry and things of that nature, she taking out from the house. She's impacting the house negatively. So if y'all have something, a goal between the two of you, and you saying, look, we're gonna buy this house, but we're not gonna live in this house. We're gonna flip that joint. But she can't discipline herself enough because her priorities are all out of whack, and she into Gucci and everything the propaganda tells her to go and get, right? It messes up the whole plans. That's when you start talking about that trust. Like we keep bringing that up. Trust. It ain't gonna happen until we change our mentality. And if you're gonna deal with certain individuals, it gotta be like-minded individuals. You know what I mean? And that's what I think we have to, you know, it's gonna boil down to the have and the have-nots for real, because somebody gotta lose. I'm not trying to lose though. You know what I'm saying? So whoever's around my cipher, my circle, I want to make sure they don't lose, and they got to feel the same way about me. But there's certain individuals out there that you may try to pull somebody up and bring them to the well to drink some water. They just you can't force everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason I'm on this call right now is to seek information. That's the number one rule in my life. Seek information. Period. I teach it to my kids. That's the first rule. Seek it. It's different from just getting information, right? Because if you go to school, and I'm veering off a little bit, but if you just go to school, they're gonna teach you what? Their curriculum. They're gonna teach you what they want you to know. But when you start seeking information, going to showing the calls like this and learning from other people, other brothers, anybody, it's different. You molding yourself. Now you have your hands on the steering wheel. So that's why I'm here, and I appreciate it. My last thing I want to say, I don't want to say my last thing, but I wanted my brother to go more into this, speak more about the investment fund with American Funds and Capital Group. I want to hear more about that 22%. And in regards to Elon Musk, yo, if y'all don't have stock in Tesla right now, listen, that stock is jumping like crazy. I have Tesla and I have Apple, but Tesla is jumping. I don't know what the hell going on. Y'all just talking about Mars. Listen, that stock is just bouncing. It started off at 5. It's at 800 right now. Probably by the end of this month, it'll be at 9.
Word.
Right. I got Tesla and Apple too.
What I'll do, Simp, I'll connect you with Miko so you know y'all can talk, you know,
Please.
whatever, and I'll give you his information, and that's what these platforms are for, man, for people to connect, because everybody does different things, and we want everybody to be winning by having the right information, man. So, you know, that's what we're about. D, I know you got on, man. Before we wrap it up, because we ain't gonna be on here too much longer, I'll let you, if you got anything to say, go ahead, man.
I mean, I heard everything that was listening, and it's great. But I said that before. You gotta, you know, everybody's gotta be together on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny. I was talking to Gene, and he was telling me, like, yo, I'm telling you, if you want to come down here to Georgia, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. You know, and you know, he's like, yo, it's a lot. It's, you know, it's land down here to buy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think that's what it's about too. It's about, you know, McDonald's, Ray McDonald didn't make money off of McDonald's until he bought the land. He had the franchise, he had to buy the land. The land is where it's at. You know, if they want to build a highway or they want to build another strip mall or something like that, I think land is like the most important thing. And if you can get a few people together to buy land, it doesn't matter where it's at. It could be in Idaho, you know, wherever the land is at. But if you can get something at a fair and decent price, and you can go in with other people, man, it's a blessing.
Yes, indeed.
It's a blessing. And that's it's like y'all said, man. It's all about coming together and being able to, you know, it's unity, man. That's what it boils down to. Really, that's it for me. It boils down to unity. You know, I should, and it's sad because I feel I should be in a better place than paying $1,600 for a 1-bedroom apartment in Woodside. You understand what I'm saying? I should be somewhere else. I should be, but that wasn't in the cards because that's not the way it planned. That's not the way it played out because of the decisions that I made. Had I made better decisions or had I known more, then I wouldn't be here. You understand what I'm saying? It's about the knowledge that you know, the knowledge that you can get that puts you in a better spot, and the decisions that you make, and it all comes down to the same thing. It's the decisions that you make. Bottom line.
Indeed.
No doubt, man. So listen, man, it's definitely been great. We're gonna hold more meetings. We're gonna talk about different stuff. 2021 for me, finance is gonna be one of the most important things for a lot of reasons, because I think that, you know, we just been in the dark too much. And of course, social issues, man. Like we gotta inform and prepare our people a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, we got a great opportunity right now. If you look at everything that happened this past summer, and I don't just look at it like people just coming together, you know, and that was just a one-time thing. Like, it just shows, and even Ty said this the other day when we was talking, like, it matters, like, if we vote, right? And if we don't think that it matters, like, all we got to do is look at Georgia, and all we got to do is look at the presidential election. Like, it matters. But if we've been taught for so long that our vote don't matter, it was a reason why they've been saying that, so they could suppress us so we don't vote, so then they could put people in who they want to put in. But when we come together as people, because we're going to need everybody to come together. You know what? Black people in general just have to get more informed. Like, we have to know more about our culture, about how the world works and everything. We got to know that more than we know about this team or this industry, music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all of those things is cool. Entertainment is cool, but entertainment don't leave a legacy unless you in it.
Right.
So that's the reality, man. But that's all I got for you guys. I said that's pretty much all I got for you guys tonight. I appreciate everybody for getting on. I'm gonna connect you guys.
I got his number. We ready to the initiative. Yeah, we gonna chop it up.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So anytime that I could connect anybody, man, that's what it's about, man. So y'all be easy, man. Spend time with your families. Enjoy yourself. Spend time with self. You know, get yourself right. Mentally, spiritually, whatever that is for you. And may God bless everybody, man. So everybody be peace. And
Definitely.
Blessings. Peace. Appreciate you, man. Young Kings.
All right, y'all.